going back to around, I think it's probably around 2012, 2013. Disability Wales was in discussion with the Wales Cooperative Centre and also Professor Mark Drakeford, who at that time was the chair of the Health and Social Care Committee. And we were having discussions about whether cooperatives could provide an alternative to supporting people with their direct payments, where people weren't, people's social care wasn't being contracted out to be the responsibility of the individual. There would still be, through a cooperative, some sense of collective responsibility. People wouldn't be left high and dry. I suppose the idea of direct payments sucking out resources from the system and then depleting it for others, would perhaps be less of a risk. So Wales Cooperative Centre had a pot of funding. We commissioned University of Northumbria to do some research. Were there any cooperative models out there around direct payments? And what we discovered was that although there are a number of organisations, particularly disabled people's organisations, that operate to cooperative principles, they weren't, I suppose, bona fide cooperatives. The question we were asking was, could cooperatives increase take-up of direct payment? But because there weren't any cooperative models, that we couldn't test that. However, Big Lottery Wales announced their, I think it was their third round of innovation funding, calling for project proposals that would test out a new idea that had never been tried anywhere else in the UK, but that would tackle a long-standing problem. So the low take-up of direct payments in Wales was a long-standing issue, and we had evidence to demonstrate that there was, although there were examples of employer-led cooperatives around direct payments and multi-stakeholder cooperatives, there were no user-led co-ops supporting people with a direct payment. So we put in a project proposal. It's a very kind of arduous process, about 3 stages, but we were successful, got the funding in 2014, and then since then, we've been delivering Citizen Directed Co-operatives Cymru,